I know I said green is the best color, but man, this fiery red case is kinda awesome. I bought it for 20 euros, which is around 22 USD or 440 Mexican pesos, not even knowing what's inside. Looking at the front, the floppy drives kinda gives away it's old. But front panel USB suggests it's at least not 90s old. At the back we see both an onboard and an add-on sound card with a MIDI or game port. That tells me this is an early 2000s machine. Probably Pentium 3 or 4 or an AMD Athlon kind of machine. There's InWin branding at the side and a quick Google search for InWin red case shows me that this is the InWin F430. A case inspired by an Italian sports car with the same name tag. Probably unlicensed though. It's apparently even painted with actual car paint. I have to say, even now it still looks awesome. Let's find out what's inside together, after the intro. Alright, let's open it up and see what we've got. Cool, a disconnected floppy drive. All IDE drives, no SATA available so it seems. There's a K7T266 mainboard. The K7 part tells me this is an AMD Athlon or Athlon XP maybe? So yeah, Pentium 3 era in Intel dialect. Let's undust it a bit.
Dat meen je niet, hè? So, the adapter thingy that was here just launched itself into the power supply.
I couldn't find that adapter thingy, or nozzle actually, which is made out of metal, anywhere. So I decided to remove and open up the power supply. But I couldn't find it in there either. So I started removing everything from the system to make sure it's not shorting anything. A 5-minute dusting job turning into several hours worth of work. But hey, at least I've got something to tell you. We've got a PCI network adapter, nothing special about that one. A PCI USB card, not sure if it's USB 2.0, we'll figure that out later. A nice Sound Blaster Live sound card. They're not worth a whole lot now, but still nice to have one. A PCI Firewire card, not very useful today. These used to be very popular back when USB couldn't keep up with digital video camera equipment. You could say that didn't age well. A apparently 32 MB video card, not sure what type. I guess it's an Nvidia TNT2 or something similar. We've got a Western Digital 200 GB hard drive. I wonder why there's tape on it. Maybe it has been opened? There's a hole in one of the 5¼ inch bays where a button sticks out. It connects to a circuit board behind it. I'm very curious what that does. Oh man. Who uses self-tapping screws on a computer? Oh wow. Let me bring you a little closer. Someone just butchered the complete front panel board from another case and screwed it in here. The fun thing is that everything is connected, including the Firewire card and USB, which you couldn't reach because it's behind a blank plate. Only the button was reachable. That makes me wonder if the buttons on the front panel connections are broken on this case. We'll find out later. Let's take the whole front panel off. Nice, nothing on the panel itself. I like that. Take the two drives out. One is a standard DVD-ROM drive and the other is a writer. Still no sign of the nozzle I lost. How much memory do we have? A Corsair 1GB module. And another one of those. And a 1GB A-data module. That brings us up to 3GB in total. There's no dual channel in this one yet, so this configuration makes perfect sense. Optically, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with the front panel stuff. It's dusty, but that's it. I wonder why there's a Molex connector going to the front though. Let's take the board out first.
But I still haven't found what I'm looking for.
Well, here's the board. It looks okay visually. No bulging capacitors or anything like that. Let's test that power button with my multimeter. Yeah, seems functional. The reset button as well. I'll just try to connect this and see how it goes. But first I'll clean it up some more. Back in the studio. Let's see if the motherboard posts before I put everything back together. I'll use another power supply because I don't trust the original one before I have found that nozzle that seems to have flown into it.
Here we go. It works.
25 degrees Celsius, which is very good for a system of this age. What CPU do we have? Does it say anywhere? It sees 2 GB of RAM, which is interesting because we have 3. I tried to fiddle with RAM configurations, but it kept seeing just 2 GB, no matter what. All sticks seem to work fine though. By the way, the display image is purple because my capture device doesn't really like this VGA signal. It's fine with anything that actually has color though. Let's just put it back into the case. Connect the power button, see if that actually works.
No problem.
Reset works as well. The power LED works, but it's very dim. I'm still curious about that Molex plug that's coming from the front panel. Maybe that makes the LED burn brighter? Let's just plug it in.
Wow, that gave me a jump scare. Okay, I know what the Molex is for now. Okay. Yeah, so this is a volume rocker. Just for that?
This is funny as hell. I have never seen a system that makes any other sound than the post beep or the Apple chime before. I guess they took that race car design very serious. Yeah, the power LED is barely visible. Let's see if this old hard drive is still alive. This IDE cable is damaged, one of the connectors is ripped off. Could still work though. Alright, there it goes! It complains about the system time, that was to be expected. There we are, still functioning. Including MSN Messenger. Not logged in though. Athlon XP 1800 Plus. That's nice. I think I have a faster one somewhere, maybe I can upgrade it with that sometime. All hardware is present apart from the sound card. Could be that this was just disabled before because of the Sound Blaster card. There doesn't seem to be any data on here. My guess is that this is a relatively clean install. Let's add the Sound Blaster live.
Woohoo! We got sound!
Next I tried connecting the front panel USB. It didn't seem to work sadly. Check the BIOS, but it just says all enabled. So I took out this card reader and connected that to see if it was the motherboard or the actual front panel connector. Why won't it fit? Right, we need to use the rails. So off with the front panel again to slide it in. Yeah, this works. So the front panel USB is broken on this case? Let's inspect that panel itself. Ouch, there's a screw stuck between the ports. There we go, see if that changes anything. Nope. Let's try the cable from the working card reader thingy. It works! Put the original cable back in place. And now they work. Say what? Somehow 2 of the 4 ports weren't working correctly though. After triple checking this manual I found online, it seems that the first 2 ports are connected in the same direction, but the other 2 are not. One of the connectors is on backwards. After fixing that, I had 4 working USB front panel connectors. All USB 1 though, but I think this board just doesn't offer 2.0 ports. That might be why that PCI USB card was added. Right, let's add a floppy and optical drives back in. Can't connect this floppy drive though, because there's no cable and I happen to throw away the ones I had a few years ago. So be warned, never throw out old cables. Let's see if it will boot from CD. FreeDOS boots fine, but this is only an install CD and I'm not ready to overwrite this drive yet. Yeah, the other drive works as well. Cool. Let's add the USB and network adapters. Alright, we've got some extra USB controllers in here. Doesn't explicitly say 2.0, not sure how to check that in Windows XP. Well, no message stating it could be in a faster port, so I think it actually is 2.0. Over 600 megabytes in less than 30 seconds. This is most certainly USB 2.0. I guess that tells us why this card was in here at all. Let's install Quake 2. Let's see how this GeForce 2 Ti does. Oh. Maybe it needs a fresh install of Windows? I tried running WinFlash to flash the BIOS to the latest version I could find online. Maybe that fixes some issues, like the fact that it only takes 2 GB instead of 3. It didn't run as well though, so I wrote the DOS variant on a floppy and stole this interface cable from my AMD 64 machine so I could get a floppy drive to work. Save the old BIOS? Nah, I'm feeling fearless today. Uh-oh. Why is this red? Crap. Yeah, it's dead. I really should have saved that old BIOS. That's too bad. I really wanted to do some more testing with this machine. I could try to flash it in another system, if I can find the right BIOS file. That's for some other time though. I don't have any tools for this, so if anyone can recommend me some, I'd be very interested. So what do you think about this red beast? Should I put some more modern hardware in it? I guess that would make sense. As a commenter on my post pointed out, this case was released in 2006. This board is definitely older than that. The Athlon XP is still a 32-bit CPU, so its use today is fairly limited. And without an ISA slot, it's not really going to be a DOS gaming system either. Too young to be really retro, too old to be of actual use. That doesn't mean it can be fun to play around with though, if it works. I also still have a faster Athlon XP CPU somewhere in a box, which could be cool to test in here, but for that I would have needed to update its BIOS anyway. So yeah, I guess that's it for today. If you like this video, do the like and subscribe dance, and don't forget to slam that bell for another round. Also, I recently started a Discord server. Feel free to connect with us over there. The invite link is in the description of this video. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time.